sat in a chair in the reception, visiting your fingers while tapping your foot to the floor as you were nervously waiting for something important. What's going to happen now? God, please get me some good news. I have been waiting to get this job for 2 years. Ryan, cool. Yes, you came to the company which you have given interview yesterday. So you were waiting for the result as they told you to come to the company. Excuse me, Miss Ryan. She came to you where you quickly stood up waiting to hear the news from her. Yes, please, you replied without moving your eyes from her as you were so curious to know. Actually, you have a good news. You are selected as a secretary. Congratulations. You can join today. She shook your hand with a smile and left from there. Wow, I can't believe I got it. Oh, thank God. Finally, I am going to land in my dream company. You exhaled a sharp breath as you felt so happy. As today was your first day in the office, you got to know few things about it. Met many people, your CEO, everybody was so good with you. You liked the office ambience along with the employees. In the evening, you came home as you finished your office. You immediately went and hugged your mother who was dusting the couch. Hey Ryan, you are back. What happened? She was surprised by your sudden sweet action as you hugged her. Mom, I'm selected. You know, today I joined in the company. That's why I told you I will say in the evening when you call me during office hours. You said, breaking the hug. Really? I'm so happy, Ryan. Finally, you got your job in your dream company. I'm really happy. Her smile faded away as tears built in her eyes. What happened? Why are you crying now? You asked her as you confused about her tears. I never thought I would see you this much happy again. After what was happened in the past, I was scared about you, but you became normal after all you have gone through. I'm happy, Ryan. She hugged you immediately where you also broke into tears as you couldn't control your emotions. Mom, let's forget everything and let's celebrate. Dad must have felt happy if he is here. It's okay, his blessings are always with us. You said, wiping tears of your mother as you broke the hug. That night, you and your mother cooked favorite food and ended the day with the office talks and gossips. You shared every detail of the office to her. After a week, due to the traffic, you came late to the office than when you heard the shocking news. Ryan, why are you late today? New CEO has arrived today. Actually, Mr. Hunt shifted to London branch. You know, he was looking so rude and strict. Hurry up, he was waiting for you in the cabin. Within a week, you had developed good friendship with everyone in the office. As you were a secretary of CEO, you met many people. What? New CEO? Nobody informed me about it. You asked her with a shocking face as you surprised. Nobody knew? He came to the office suddenly and told he was the CEO. Later, I received papers of him saying he was the new CEO. From her voice and tension, you understood about the new CEO. Okay, I will know about it later. First, I have to greet him. See you later. You waved at her hurriedly and immediately came to the cabin and knocked on the door of his cabin. You came inside as the new CEO gave you the permission to enter. Good morning, sir. Are you my secretary? Instead of greeting you back, he asked the question in a cold tone while he was back facing you, standing near his chair as he was checking some file. Yes, I'm your secretary, Kim Ryan. You answered, stuttering as you scared of him because of his voice, and also he didn't even greet you back. as he felt rude like the receptionist said. Kim Ryan. He closed the file and turned at you facing as he recalled someone close to him with that name and was shocked to see that someone in front of him after 6 years. Jungkook. You were also shocked to see him as you didn't expect he would be here. Miss Kim Ryan, don't you know you should come to the office on time? I don't like it if anyone is not punctual. He immediately flipped to strict mode even after knowing you were the person for whom he was waiting all these years. I'm sorry, sir. I was stuck in the traffic and I didn't get any information beforehand about your joining. You said, looking down as you couldn't see into his face straightly because his cold gaze was bothering you. So do I have to inform? Tell me, who is the CEO, you or me? He asked without even shifting his eyes from you. You can sense a little bit of anger in his strong tone. I'm sorry, you are the CEO. I will come to the office on time from tomorrow. You replied, looking at him boldly as you gathered courage because you understood you have to work here. That's good. You realized it quickly. Now go and prepare the schedule, he said, sitting in his chair, shifting his eyes on the computer screen. Okay, sir. You immediately left his office and went to your cabin. Ryan, I have found you after these many years, but I couldn't forget what you had done to me, damn it. Why am I getting tears now? I have moved on, right? He hit the table strongly and wiped his tears quickly. You came to your cabin and immediately gulped the water after putting your office bag on the table. You were gasping heavily as you couldn't breathe properly after seeing the person about whom you decided to not meet again for the rest of your life. Why did you come back to my life, Jungkook? The past, which happened 6 years back, was flashing in your mind. Your emotions, sorrows, which you thought buried in your heart, waking up one by one just to make you weak again. You immediately took out the capsules which needed utmost and ate it. You inhaled a sharp breath and exhaled just to make your mind calm. I cannot be like this anymore. I have already lost so much in my life. I should not talk about this with mom. I have to work hard for my mom. You quickly put the phone back in the bag as you took out to dial her. As you learned controlling emotions in these years, you hid your pain and concentrated on the work. After an hour, you went to Jungkook's cabin as he asked for today's schedule. Excuse me, sir, may I come in? You knocked on the door and asked for his permission to go inside the cabin. Yes, come in. He gave you the permission while fixing his eyes on the computer screen. Sir, today's schedule, you said, looking at him. Keep it on my table and leave. He replied in a cold tone without even looking at you. Okay, sir, you were about to leave his cabin, but then he stopped you. Ryan, wait, I want to ask you something. You stopped and looked down as you didn't want to look at his face, thinking he would ask the reason for leaving him in the past. Take this and give it to the manager. It's an important file, that's why I am telling you to give him. He pushed the file to the edge of the table as you stood there. Okay, sir. You took the file looking at him, but he was fully engrossed in the work. He didn't even move his eyeball from the screen. So you left his cabin silently. Ryan, you thought I would ask about the past? I don't even want to recall that horrible past. He sighed and leaned back on the chair's headrest. And finally, Jungkook and teammates were waiting for you as there was an important meeting to discuss. Where is this Ryan? Mina, did you call her? He asked team lead of a particular project while losing his tie as he was so impatient and irritated. Yes sir, she will be here within 5 minutes. As soon as Mina completed her words, you entered the conference room without knocking the door. I am here, sir. I'm sorry for the late. You were gasping heavily as you came running to the conference room. I don't have time to hear your excuses. You always like this. If you take a seat, we will start meeting. I'm sorry once again. You apologized and sat on the chair while everyone looking at you concerned. Meeting was going on. Jungkook presenting about was something on the presentation screen, but then you were checking for something in your bag, not focusing on his presentation. Miss Ryan, it would be better if you focus on the meeting, he said coldly, making his face straight with a dark gaze. I'm sorry, you said in a weak tone while wiping the sweat which was on your face. Your body was sweating a lot even though the air conditioner was working. While discussing about something, Jungkook noticed you were resting your head on the table. He thought you were sleeping, so he called you by your name, but you didn't respond. Then he banged on the table, but still no response from your side. She won't listen to me like this. He immediately came to you and tapped on your shoulder. As he was not getting response from you, he started panicking about you. Ryan, get up, Ryan. You are not opening eyes even though he called you many times. His heart started beating fast as fear rushed in his body. Sir, she is sweating a lot. I think it would be better if we call the doctor. He didn't even get this thought as he was scared as hell about you. Yes, call the doctor immediately. He quickly picked you in his arms and took to his cabin. Employees in the office were shocked to see him caring about you. Jungkook was walking back and forth in the cabin while doctor was checking. His hands started sweating out of tension. Even though he was behaving coldly with you, he still cared for you. Mr. Jungkook, doctor checked you and went near him to talk about you. How is she, doctor? Is she alright? He asked as he couldn't hold his urge anymore. He might be looking normal from the outside, but inside he was so stressed out about you. Actually, her sugar levels are dropped. I gave an injection for that, but she seemed stressed out. She might be fighting with something. He was trying to convey something to him. What are you talking about, doctor? While he was asking, Meena came with your bag to his cabin and gave a bottle to the doctor. Sir, these pills are in her bag. Maybe she was searching for this bag in the meeting. Doctor took those pills bottle from her. Okay, we will take care of it. You can leave now, he told her. Okay, sir. She bowed and left his cabin. My guess is correct. These are anti-depression pills. I mean, she might be in depression in past or fighting with depression at present. Please show her to any highly certified psychologist. She needs therapy now. Jungkook's heart was shattered after hearing your situation. He didn't expect you would be in this bad condition. Take care of her, he said and left. Tears started building in Jungkook's eyes as he heard some shocking news about you. He slowly took the steps and came near you as you laid on the couch. He sat on the floor beside you and held your hand. What's happening to you, Ryan? How can be a happy soul be depressed? We used to be happy together back then, but now what happened to you? Why did you left me? You promised you will always be with me, but... Flashback. Yeah, come to the class, we are getting late. You are asking your best friend who was wasting time playing with the basketball on his hand. I will come to class only when you agree to come to the movie with me. He was asking for a movie in the mathematics class as he doesn't like this subject. Yeah, why in class time? We will go in the evening. Please come to class now. You are calling him pulling his hoodie sleeve, but he was so stubborn to hear you. Okay, fine. I will come with you, but now you should come to the class. You agreed as no other option left for you. That's my friend. If you fail to come, I will never talk with you, understand? You smiled at him as you were agreeing because your smile was a green flag to him. Your smile is enough. Let's go to class then. He wrapped his hand around your shoulders where you hit his palm while walking to the class because you always been close with each other as you were best friends. You and Jungkook were best friends since middle school. Now you both were in the last year of high school. As you were a topper, you always cared to bunk the class, but you agree for him because you cannot deny your best friend's request. Jungkook, who played the basketball till now, stopped and sat beside you as he was tired. Then you gave him the bottle and also cloth to wipe his sweat. Did your father scold you? Actually, the principal informed you both to your parents as you bunked the class yesterday. So what? I learned to ignore him. I am getting good grades. Even though I bunked the class, so it's not much to talk about. What about your dad? You asked him in return. As usual, his calls are not new, right? He has time for insulting or scolding me, but he doesn't have time for spending time with me. Anyway, I have you. I don't need anyone when you are with me. Promise me you will never leave me. He extended his hand, making you emotional. Yeah, don't make me emotional. How can I leave you? I cannot live without you like you cannot live without me. Our bond remains forever. I love you, Jungkook. You said in a friendly way while patting on his head. He checked your house address in his system log and brought you as you needed rest. He rang the doorbell with his elbow as he was carrying you in his hands. Jungkook, your mother opened the door and was surprised to see Jungkook holding you. Auntie, where's the bedroom? He asked. This side. He showed the direction to the bedroom. He put you on the bed carefully and covered you with a blanket. You were in deep sleep because of medicine. Jungkook, what happened to her? How did you... Her sugar levels are dropped. Don't worry, she's okay now. And didn't she say about me? She was working in my company. No, she didn't say. In fact, she was not behaving normally since many days. Now I understand. She said, nodding while looking at you. Auntie, I don't know what you are thinking, but I need to know a few details. Is she depressed or in depression? Also, I need to know why did she left me and away from me all these years. Please tell me at least now. He requested her where she wiped her tears which were already falling down from her eyes. I will see Jungkook. Till now I didn't say because Ryan took a promise from me, but now it's no more right. Actually, your father got to know about your love towards Ryan. One day he came to our house with your stepmother and warned us to be away from you, else he said he will my whole family. But back then Jungkook was not only best friends with you, he even has feelings for you. One day his father saw his diary where he wrote about his love towards you. As you were not from rich families like them, he didn't like you. She was crying while remembering horrible past. Because of that, Ryan's father got heartstruck and died. She went into depression for many months because she lost two precious people in her father and you. His heart was aching all this time. He was getting anger on his father who doesn't care about him except his status. Slowly tears started building in his eyes as he was looking at you sadly. Later, for her better life, I took a transfer to the other state. After these many years, we came back to Seoul. Jungkook, she has gone through a lot. Still, she didn't recover yet. Please save her. I'm tired already. She broke down into more tears. Her heart was filled with so much sorrow because of her husband and about you. She tried to be strong for her daughter, but when her daughter collapses and is fighting with life, he made her sit on the chair and gave her a glass of water while standing on his knees. He didn't feel it wrong because on his father, your family gone through a lot. Auntie, please don't cry. I cannot see you like this. You used to be happy and you look beautiful when you smile. I'm promising you, I cannot bring my uncle back, but I will protect you both from this second. I'm really sorry for everything that my father. Back then, your mother used to be friendly with Jungkook just like son and mother. She trusts him like you. From his words, she got some hope and about your life. After an hour, you got consciousness and woke up just to see Jungkook sitting beside you. Jungkook, what happened? You slowly opened your eyes and got up slowly with the help of your mother. I'm really sorry, Ryan. He immediately hugged you, shedding tears as he could not hold his pain. Jungkook, what are you doing? What happened to you? I'm really sorry, Ryan. I didn't know my father was a reason. I really missed you. You were shocked. After hearing his words, then you looked at your mother. You understood he got to know the truth as she nodded. It's okay, Jungkook. It wasn't your mistake. I know how much you suffered after leaving you alone. I missed you too, Jungkook. I'm sorry for leaving you without saying anything. You also broke down into tears as you could not stop yourself for a few minutes. You both comforted each other, then he broke the hug and kissed your face. Ryan, I thought you broke my promise, but I was wrong. I'm sorry, Ryan. I will make everything right. I'm promising you. I might not bring your father back, but I will protect you always like your father. I will fulfill your every wish and dreams like your father. Tears dropping down from your eyes, then he asked, wiping your tears. You trust your Jungkook, right? You smiled at him where he understood everything with that. Ryan, from today we are going to be happy again, trust me. I will make you happy than you ever been in these whole years. He said, kissing on your forehead where your mother didn't object because she knew he was the right person to you. Later, Jungkook went to his father and asked about all this. His father agreed and said it was nothing to him. Jungkook understood his father not only gives his love, also doesn't care about him. Jungkook left his property and family. He started new company with his savings and started therapy for you as he wants to see you happy again. It's the end.